Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Check, check. Lucky. Showing it. Kill. Jim.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cousins gives way to Cook. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, we're good.
Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's got some space here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more there.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Check 50. Mike 50.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. A good pickup there, a 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's crossing. He's checking.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 29 yards. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, they got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7.
We got 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Switch.
Check.
Now Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Keep going there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Cook, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
First. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, first down, Vikings. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I smell fear in that offense. Good route here.
Check my 50.
Throwing, Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. To throw is Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 19-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check tight. Hey,
There.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I'll go special. 30. Go 14. Bang out. Bam.
Check your hot read.
Hey.
Now on second and 13. Wilson stepping up. He'll try and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Brings up third and 6.
Echo. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come up the ball hard. 49. Check 49.
On third down, Wilson. Buying time goes left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check girls. First. Hey. 50's a
To throw, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, it's Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. 48-yard line.
I'm here all day. Check 31. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Watch the 50.
Undercrunch. Hatchet. Kill. Slam.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Right there.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Cousins now from the 50. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Mike 50.
You better be afraid of me. You better.
4th down, Cousins. The open man is Smith. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Watch the ship. Check. X3. 218. Chopper. Check 25.
You got tight right there.
Mike 50.
Cousins now to throw on first down. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 39 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This time Wilson will throw. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Man left, man left. We got 4. We got 3.
And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hey, alert. Come on, go.
Check.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Oh, that's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Tight dog. One flip. Gun. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Here we go, D.
From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Alert. Check 9. Gun. Get him, you got it.
Mike, check. 59.
Not today, you alert.
Here's Wilson to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Switch. Check 59, Mike. Alert. 59. They're not ready. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Wilson on 3rd down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Harrison Smith on the coverage.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a well-paced drive. They were able to calmly take it down the field, and then they finished the half with 3 points.
Yeah, and that's what's commonly known as playing the 2-for-1 game, right? Being able to get the points at the end of the half, knowing you're getting the ball to start the second half, gives you a chance to go out and double what you got done in the first half.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike.
Final play of the half, Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Got it. No pass. Check 36 power.
Fresno. Check 24. Check, crunch.
From the 31, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
On the carry, it's Lynch. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Hey, 0.
Mike's 59.
They'll run again with Lynch. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill. Deuce. Shift.
One left. Go.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lynch. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
What? 280. He's scared. Smart that. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Good job right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson flush to his right. And that one complete to Marshawn Lynch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. First down, the run with Lynch. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Single. Hey, alert.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
41's the mic. Check. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. He's crashing. Delta.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Hey, check 24. Watch
36 power.
Check 52.
Slam. Watch the twist.
The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
14.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, 0. 12. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Rush in.
Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Big ass.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
A loss on the play brings up 4th and goal.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Seahawks 3. Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still. still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And that's caught by Smith. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Hey, no, easy.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. I'm on. Mike.
Now Cousins on fourth down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Under 10. Watch the safety creep. Check 99. Check 99. Check. Check your hot read. Check 3. 49. Check 49. Check 49. March 50. Gun. All day, dog.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take and go turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They run, Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 31. Check 31. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, 382. Lay 50.
Cousins to throw it. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. Bailey's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a game 7. 2nd and 3.
Gun. Check nickel. Alert flare. Alert. Zoom. 41 Mike. 41.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
4 down. Reset. 41's the mic. Check 41.
Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
4 down. You got tight right there. He's coming.
Now Wilson, operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
315. Watch the run. Just shot, baby. That's 12. Gun. Hey, 4-1's Mike. Watch the screen.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Hey, alert guys, listen.
41 Mike. I got you, boy.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Tight dog. Check safety.
Look for signals.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 76 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here.
Black.
Here we go.
Mike 50. Hey, exit.
It's our field.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth. A desperation. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream. 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Wide. Check 9. Shit. Check the backer. Watch twist.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 27, Cousins. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Zebra. Mike 50. Go. Hey, Alpha. Mike's 50. And we got to get to the ball, team. Let's keep moving. Converge. Mike's 50. Wide. Go, Mike 50.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Big stop. Let's do. Kill. Leave it. 48. Shoot. Go. Mike 50. Watch the run. 50's the Mike. Check the outs.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. He's going to into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Check 24.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Marshawn Lynch, 75 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Quaker Omaha.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Leave it, 48. He's checking crap. Black. Hey, watch it. Hey, blue draw quarter.
Now Cook running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
50, Mike's 50. Hey,
Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Rose. Check 52. Slam. Watch the twist. Switch.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 47 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Lynch. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Good. Whip. Watch the whip. He's checking on you. Scratch.
On first down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Check your hot read.
On first down, it's Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Check three. 49. Two. Alert three. Switch.
Greystone, travel.
Wide, get wide. Joker.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
He wasn't ready.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Watch the screen.
Listen to me.
Mike's 50.
You must. Bravo.
Mike's 50. Watch the pass.
Throwing his Cousins. It's caught, Smith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Check four. Safe.
They'll run on first down. Cook, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Watch the ship. Undercrush. Hatchet. Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
It looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Hey, zoom.
Mike's 50. We got it. Hey. Alert. Mike's 50. Hey.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. To throw, Cousins. It's complete. Abdullah. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Slam.
Cook. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Hey, Delta. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 50,
To throw is Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
41, Mike. Come on.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 0. Got it.
41's coming, 41's the mic. Check 41. You can't block me.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Alert.
41's the mic. It's going to be a long day. He's coming.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Check 3. Hey, 41's Mike. Watch the run. They're running. Front.
Spot that.
41.
From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Back. Check 43. 6 gone. Check 6 gone. Watch out. Quick the edge. Come. Tight dog.
Now a run with Cook. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
Brings up third down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, bring up 48. Check 9.
On first down, it's Cook. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Check my 50. Wild Bill. Mark 50. Here we go.
Good route here. Hey, Charlie.
Mike 50. All day. Shit. Check the backer.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Mike 50. Yellow. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Watch twist. No. Off.
First.
Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Kill.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check, crunch, crunch. Move the team. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
A give to Lynch from the shotgun. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He was brought down by
Single, single.
a gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Spotty.
41. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Echo. 41, Mike.
Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Hey, seam 6.
50's the mic.
From the 31, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Madison running on 1st down, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Slant. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Switch.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Check right.
Here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
37-yard line.
High. 180.
Max 50, Max 50.
Rhino.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Check 26. Go, run.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Hey, 382, last 50.
Check 13. Check 13. Switch.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Pick it up.
Check. Hot route. Hot. Shift.
40. Front left. Start.
On second and 11 now. Wilson flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
Switch gears. Left. Bang out. Bam.
Under 10. Watch the safety creep.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Check 99. Check 99.
Deeper. Good.
41 to Mike. Check 41. I got one. Mike 41. We've got to wedge that. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Check.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Right here.
First down, Seattle.
Check 49.
There.
Alert 3.
Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Hey, 0.
Ringo. Mike 41.
Go, 14.
36. Check 4.
Throwing again. Wilson, flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Hey. Good.
Let's go, D. Say.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He wants it all for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Go!
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 77 yards. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Throwing, Cousins, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
24, Seahawks 21. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Tyler Lockett. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seattle.
They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Cook. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
You got tight. You got tight right there. He's coming. We got tight.
On third down, it's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Bang, bang, two. Bang, bang. Tighten up. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On second down now, it's Cook, and he gets it down to the 32. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Now Cook. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Hey, check. Mike 50. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Use the mic. Hey, orbit. Oh, hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Arnie. Yellow. Mike 50. Hey, Mike 7. Hey, check. Mike 50. Tighten up.
Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
Let's go.
He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
25. 40 wants the mic. 40 wants the mic. I got it. Check safety. SOS.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now Myers for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.